Have you ever had someone you love look you in the eye and tell you something so absurd, so manipulative, that you actually question reality for a second? That happened to me 3 months ago. My fiancée, the woman I was planning to marry in 6 months, sat me down and said, "I've been testing your loyalty by having my friends hit on you, and you failed." Yeah, let that sink in for a second. Not "I cheated on you," not "I have trust issues we need to work through," but "I orchestrated an elaborate scheme to test you like some kind of relationship experiment, and you're the problem." My name is Derek, I'm 31 years old, and this is the story of how my engagement ended because apparently I failed a test I never knew I was taking. If you've ever been in a relationship where you felt manipulated, gaslit, or like you were constantly being evaluated instead of loved, this one's for you. Let's get into it. I met Jenna 2.5 years ago at my buddy's wedding. I was a groomsman, she was a bridesmaid. Classic setup, right? We hit it off immediately at the rehearsal dinner. She was funny, confident, beautiful. We talked for hours that night, danced at the wedding, and exchanged numbers before the night ended. Our first official date was the following weekend. We went to this rooftop bar downtown, talked until they literally kicked us out at closing time. She worked in HR at a tech company, loved true crime podcasts, was obsessed with her 2 cats, and had this infectious laugh that made everyone around her smile. The first year was great. We moved fast, probably too fast in hindsight. Within 6 months, we were basically living together. Within a year, we'd signed a lease on an apartment. Everything felt natural, easy, right. She got along with my friends, my family loved her, my mom kept dropping hints about grandchildren. My dad actually said, "Don't mess this up, son, she's a keeper." Around our 1-year anniversary, I started thinking about marriage. Not in a vague, someday way, in a serious, I want to spend my life with this person way. At 18 months, I proposed. We were on vacation in Colorado, hiking to this waterfall she'd been wanting to see. I got down on one knee, right there on the trail, pulled out the ring I'd been hiding in my backpack, and asked her to marry me. She said yes before I even finished the question. We were both crying, laughing, taking selfies with the ring. It felt perfect. We set a date, June 15th, about a year away. Started planning immediately. She created a massive spreadsheet for the wedding planning, color-coded and everything. We looked at venues, tasted cakes, argued about whether to have a DJ or a band. Normal couple stuff, or so I thought. Around 3 months after we got engaged, I started noticing something strange. Jenna's friends, particularly 3 of them, Ashley, Nicole, and Becca, started acting differently around me. It started small. Ashley would text me directly instead of going through Jenna. "Hey Derek, do you know where Jenna is? She's not answering her phone." Innocent enough, except Jenna's phone was never dead or out of reach. Then Nicole started showing up at places I'd be. "Oh my God, what a coincidence. I didn't know you came to this gym." Except I'd been going to that gym for 3 years and had never seen her there before. Becca was the most obvious. She started dressing more provocatively around me, finding excuses to touch my arm when she talked, laughing way too hard at jokes that weren't funny. At first, I thought I was imagining it. Maybe they were just being friendly. Maybe I was being paranoid. But then it escalated. One night, Jenna and I had plans to watch a movie at home. She said she had to run to the store real quick for snacks. Cool, no problem. 20 minutes later, there was a knock on our door. I opened it to find Ashley standing there in a tight dress holding a bottle of wine. "Hey Derek, Jenna told me to come keep you company while she's out." Red flag number 1. Jenna hadn't mentioned this. "Oh, that's okay. She'll be back any minute." She said she might be a while. Traffic's bad. "Come on, let's have a glass of wine while we wait." I felt uncomfortable but didn't want to be rude, so I let her in. She poured 2 glasses of wine, sat close to me on the couch, too close, and started asking me questions. Personal questions. "So, Derek, are you happy? Like, really happy?" "Yeah, of course. Why?" "I don't know. Sometimes people get engaged and they have doubts, but they're too scared to admit it."
I don't have doubts. Really? Because Jenna mentioned you guys have been fighting lately. We hadn't been fighting, not at all. I don't know what you're talking about. She moved closer, put her hand on my knee. Derek, if you ever need someone to talk to, someone who understands you, I'm here. I stood up immediately. Ashley, I think you should go. What? I'm just trying to be supportive. I'm engaged to Jenna, your friend. This is inappropriate. She looked hurt. Wow, okay. I was just being nice, but whatever. She left. I texted Jenna immediately. Ashley just came over acting really weird. Did you tell her to come keep me company? Jenna, oh yeah, she was in the neighborhood. Why? What happened? I explained the situation. Jenna's response? You're being dramatic. Ashley's just friendly. She probably misread the situation. That night set a pattern. I'd expressed discomfort about her friend's behavior, and Jenna would dismiss it, tell me I was overthinking, accuse me of being full of myself. Not every woman who talks to you is hitting on you, Derek. A few weeks later, Nicole texted me, Hey, I need a guy's opinion on something. Can you meet me for coffee? I showed Jenna the text. Is this weird to you? She probably needs advice about a guy she's dating. Just go, be helpful. You're good at that stuff. So I went. I met Nicole at a Starbucks near my work. She showed up wearing a low-cut top, lots of makeup, dressed like she was going clubbing, not getting afternoon coffee. So what did you need advice about? I asked. Oh, I've been thinking about relationships lately, about what makes them work. Okay. Like, do you think attraction is the most important thing, or is it compatibility? Both, I guess. Why? She leaned forward. What attracted you to Jenna? This was getting uncomfortable. Nicole, I'm not really sure what this is about. I'm just curious. You seem really different from her usual type. I don't think I should be discussing my relationship with you. Why? We're friends, aren't we? We're friendly because you're Jenna's friend, but this feels inappropriate. She looked annoyed. God, you're so uptight. I'm just making conversation. I left shortly after, told Jenna about it that evening. Her response? Nicole's going through a hard time. She probably just needed someone to talk to. You could have been nicer. I felt like I was going crazy. Was I overreacting? Was I being paranoid? Then came the Becca incident. Jenna and I were at a party, her coworker's birthday. Jenna went to the bathroom. Becca appeared next to me at the bar. Hey, handsome, she said, definitely drunk. Hey, Becca. You know, Jenna's so lucky to have you. Thanks. If I had a guy like you, I'd never let you out of my sight. She pressed herself against my arm. I stepped away. Becca, you're drunk. So? Doesn't mean I'm not telling the truth. She ran a finger down my chest. You ever wonder what it would be like with someone else? No, I'm engaged. Engaged isn't married. You can still have fun. I walked away, found Jenna, told her we needed to leave. In the car, I explained what happened. Jenna was quiet for a long moment. Then she said, Well, what did you do to make her think that was okay? What? Nothing. She was drunk and hitting on me. Becca doesn't just randomly hit on people. You must have been giving her signals. I wasn't giving her anything. I walked away. After how long? Immediately. Derek, I know Becca. She wouldn't do that unless she thought you were interested. I felt like I'd been punched. My own fiancée was accusing me of encouraging her friend to hit on me. We fought about it for days. Jenna insisted I must have been flirting. I insisted I hadn't done anything wrong. Eventually, she dropped it, but things felt different after that.
2 weeks ago, everything came to a head. Jenna had been acting strange for days, distant, quiet. When I'd ask what was wrong, she'd say nothing, in that tone that clearly meant something. Finally, on a Tuesday night, she said, We need to talk. Those 4 words every person in a relationship dreads. We sat down on the couch. She was holding her phone, looking nervous. Derek, I need to tell you something. My mind immediately went to worst-case scenarios. She was sick. Someone died. She wanted to call off the wedding. Okay. I've been testing you. Testing me? What does that mean? She took a deep breath. Over the past few months, I've been having my friends hit on you to see if you'd stay loyal. I stared at her, waiting for the punchline. Surely this was a joke. You're kidding. I'm not. You're seriously telling me that Ashley, Nicole, and Becca were all hitting on me because you told them to? Yes. I felt my blood pressure rising. Why the hell would you do that? Because I needed to know if I could trust you. My ex cheated on me, Derek. I needed to know you wouldn't do the same. So instead of going to therapy or, I don't know, trusting your fiancé, you decided to manipulate me? It wasn't manipulation. It absolutely was manipulation. You had your friends come on to me, made me feel uncomfortable and crazy, and then accused me of encouraging them when I tried to tell you about it. I know, and I'm sorry about that part. That part? That part? I stood up, pacing. Jenna, do you understand how messed up this is? I was protecting myself. From what? I never gave you any reason not to trust me. I just needed to be sure. Sure of what, exactly? She looked at her phone. I have recordings. Recordings? They were wearing hidden cameras. I have video of every interaction. I felt sick, actually nauseous. You recorded me without my knowledge? Without my consent? I needed evidence. Evidence of what? Of whether you'd stay loyal. She pulled up a video on her phone. And you didn't. She showed me footage from the Ashley incident. The video showed Ashley's hand on my knee, me standing up and walking away. You stood up right away, but you hesitated. You let her touch you for 3 full seconds before moving. I was in shock. I was processing what was happening. She showed me the Nicole coffee meeting. You stayed for 12 minutes after the conversation got inappropriate. Because I was trying to be polite. I didn't want to be rude to your friend. Then she showed me the Becca video. She touched your chest and you didn't immediately push her hand away. I was drunk. It took me a second to process. A loyal man wouldn't have hesitated at all. I stared at her, this woman I thought I knew, and realized I was looking at a stranger. So, let me get this straight, I said slowly. You orchestrated a series of situations designed to make me uncomfortable. You had your friends hit on me repeatedly. You secretly recorded me without my consent, which is probably illegal, by the way. You gaslit me when I tried to tell you about it, made me think I was crazy or overreacting, and now you're telling me I failed because I didn't react perfectly in situations you created? I was protecting my heart. By breaking mine? By violating my privacy? By manipulating everyone around us? You don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand how the person I was going to marry could do something this toxic, this controlling, this absolutely insane. Tears were running down her face now. I was scared, Derek. Scared you'd hurt me like my ex did. So you hurt me first, preemptively? That's your solution? I just wanted to know you'd pass the test. There should be no test. I was yelling now. This isn't a game show. This is supposed to be a partnership based on trust and respect. You don't test people you love. Everyone tests their partners. No, they don't. Healthy people don't do this, Jenna. She was sobbing. So what? You're breaking up with me because I wanted to make sure you wouldn't cheat? I'm breaking up with you because you don't trust me. You never trusted me. And instead of dealing with your issues from your past relationship, you made them my problem. You made me a suspect in a crime I never committed. Derek, please. Where are the videos? What? The videos you took of me without my consent. Where are they? On my phone, and I sent them to Ashley, Nicole, and Becca so we could review them together. I felt violated, exposed, humiliated. You showed your friends videos of me without my knowledge? They helped me analyze your body language. Jesus Christ, Jenna, do you hear yourself? I walked to our bedroom and started pulling out a suitcase. What are you doing? I'm leaving, tonight, right now. No, wait, we can work through this.
There's nothing to work through. You don't trust me. And honestly, after this, I don't trust you either. Where will you go? My brother's place. I'll come back this weekend to get the rest of my stuff when you're not here. Derek, please, I love you. If this is what you think love looks like, I feel sorry for you. I packed essentials, clothes, toiletries, my laptop, important documents. She followed me around the apartment, crying, apologizing, promising to delete the videos, promising to go to therapy, promising anything if I'd just stay and talk. But I was done talking. At the door, I turned back to her. For the record, I passed your test. Every single time your friends hit on me, I shut it down. I told you about it. I tried to maintain boundaries. The only person who failed here is you. You failed at being a trustworthy partner. You failed at communication. You failed at basic human decency. That's not fair. That's right. None of this is fair. Goodbye, Jenna. I took off the engagement ring, set it on the table by the door, and walked out.
The first few days at my brother Mike's place were a blur. I told him everything. His response? Dude, that's legitimately psychotic behavior. You dodged a bullet. I called Ashley, Nicole, and Becca, left each of them a voicemail telling them I knew about the test, that what they did was wrong, and to never contact me again. Ashley actually called back, crying, apologizing. She said Jenna had convinced them it was a fun game, a way to make sure I was good enough for her. She said they didn't realize how messed up it was until they watched the videos and saw how uncomfortable I looked. She told us you'd be in on it eventually, Ashley said, that you'd laugh about it at the wedding. I feel terrible. I told her I appreciated the apology but needed space from all of them. I contacted a lawyer about the secret recordings. In my state, recording someone without their consent in a private setting is illegal. I could potentially press charges. The lawyer advised me to send a cease and desist letter demanding all recordings be deleted and confirming in writing that they'd been destroyed. I did. Jenna's lawyer responded confirming deletion. Whether she actually deleted them, I'll never know. I told my family. My mom was horrified. My dad was angry. My sister said, I never liked her. She always seemed fake. Cool. Wish someone had mentioned that earlier. I told my friends. They were supportive, but not surprised. Apparently, several of them had found Jenna controlling and possessive, but hadn't wanted to say anything. The wedding had to be canceled. We'd already put down deposits. Venue, caterer, DJ, photographer. Lost thousands of dollars. Jenna tried to argue that we should split the losses. My lawyer sent a letter explaining that since she was the one who initiated the breakup by creating an untenable relationship dynamic, she was responsible. She ended up paying for most of it. Small consolation. For weeks, I felt angry, betrayed, violated. I couldn't believe someone I'd loved, someone I'd planned to marry, could do something so manipulative. I started therapy. My therapist, Dr. Rodriguez, helped me process the experience. This is a form of psychological abuse, she explained. She created scenarios designed to make you fail, then blamed you for not passing an impossible test. This is textbook manipulation. But she said it was because her ex cheated. Her past trauma is not an excuse to traumatize you. If she had trust issues, the healthy response is therapy, communication, working through it together, not orchestrating elaborate schemes to test you. I keep wondering if I overreacted, if I should have tried to work it out. Derek, she violated your privacy, manipulated you, gaslit you, and showed no understanding of why that was wrong. You didn't overreact. You protected yourself. Those sessions saved me, helped me see that I wasn't crazy, I wasn't overreacting, I wasn't the bad guy. I also learned about relationship tests and why they're toxic. Healthy relationships are built on trust, communication, and mutual respect, not on secretly evaluating your partner like they're a suspect in a crime. It's been 3 months now. I'm still at Mike's place, saving up for my own apartment. I'm dating someone new, very casually, just a few dates in. Her name is Stephanie. She's normal. Refreshingly, wonderfully normal. She texts me back in reasonable time frames. She communicates clearly. She doesn't have her friends hit on me to test my loyalty. The bar is in hell, but here we are. I'm rebuilding my trust, learning to spot red flags earlier, learning that my instincts are usually right. When something feels off, it probably is. I heard through mutual friends that Jenna's been telling people I broke up with her over nothing, that I couldn't handle her having trust issues, that I abandoned her when she needed support. I don't care. The people who matter know the truth. The people who believe her version without asking mine weren't really my friends anyway. My life is simpler now, quieter, drama-free, and I'm realizing how much anxiety I was living with in that relationship without even recognizing it. The constant feeling of being evaluated, walking on eggshells, second-guessing every interaction. That's not love. That's surveillance. I'm learning what healthy relationships actually look like, where trust is given freely, not something you have to earn through a series of tests, where problems are discussed openly, not turned into manipulation tactics, where your partner builds you up instead of tearing you down. So, that's my story. The story of how I failed a loyalty test by being too slow to reject women who were hitting on me at my fiancé's request. Looking back, the red flags were there. The controlling behavior, the possessiveness disguised as caring, the inability to trust despite me giving her no reason not to. But I ignored them because I was in love, because I thought I could love her enough to heal her past wounds, because I believed her when she said she just needed reassurance. What I know now is this: you can't love someone into mental health. You can't fix someone's trust issues by being perfect, and you absolutely should not tolerate being tested like a lab rat. If someone claims to love you but treats you like a suspect, that's not love. If someone says they need to make sure you're loyal by setting traps, they're not ready for a relationship. Real love trusts. Real love communicates. Real love doesn't require surveillance footage and body language analysis. To anyone watching this who's being tested by their partner, whether it's loyalty tests, silent treatments, manufactured drama, or any other manipulation tactic, get out. You deserve better. You deserve someone who trusts you without needing proof, someone who respects your privacy, someone who deals with their issues in therapy, not by making you the problem. And to Jenna, if you're watching this, I hope you get help. I hope you work through your trust issues with a professional. I hope your next partner doesn't have to endure what you put me through. But mostly, I hope you learn that love isn't a test, it's a choice, and you chose manipulation over trust. I'm glad I walked away. I'm glad I chose self-respect over a relationship that was slowly destroying my mental health. 3 months out, I'm happier, healthier, free. And that's worth more than any relationship. Thanks for watching, everyone. If this resonated with you, please like and subscribe. And remember, you're not crazy for having boundaries. You're not unreasonable for expecting trust. And you're definitely not failing any test by refusing to be manipulated.